Hi, welcome to day one of the free 3-day video series at Real Life Freedom. Thank you so much for wanting to know more and just starting this journey on ending your struggle with food and body. So what is food and body freedom, and what do I have to share? So much of a woman's life has and can be connected to just what they feel like in their body, and so many of us have struggled with food and body and dieting and yo-yo dieting and gaining weight and just not really being comfortable in the skin that we're in. And so what I want to show you and what I want to be able to teach and coach and guide you, it's all about how do we get that freedom? How do we create the life that we absolutely truly want to live? So as women, as moms, it's a really big focus for me. It's a real passion for me to be able to work with moms. And so what I really want to focus on is really getting clear as to what the struggle is, where is it driving from, and just how do we end up slowing down and making the shifts and the changes that we need to create the best life that we want to live. So, couple of things that I really want to focus on in today's video. Number one, I want to talk about slowing down. Now, anybody that knows me, and I know that there are many of you out there, knows that I have been a super active mom, business owner, mompreneur. I'm a wife. I have 3 young boys. I am a busy woman and a busy mom. But I know the moment that I chose to slow down and be more present in my day, I had so much more patience. I had so much more to give to those around me and to myself. So what I really want you to take out of this video is to slow down and choose to be present in the one and only life that you're living. And what do I mean by that? It's so important to, take some moments and feel into what you're actually experiencing. So why don't you look at the flecks in your children's eyes, in your husband's eyes, right? If you are actually in the lineup at the grocery store, notice the lines on the face in the cashier that you're with. It's just about choosing to be present as opposed to living in that autopilot world. When we choose to be present more often than not, we get to listen to our body about when we're physically full, when we're choosing food from an emotional perspective, and we get to actually feel into the emotions that we're feeling. So number one, slow down and be present as often as you can, right? Number two, this is a big piece about I'm really connecting into our body. And this is physical and emotional hunger. What does that feel like in your body? What does it sound like in your head to have that physical feeling of hunger? And I know for me, everybody is different, but for me, my physical hunger, it feels like that growliness in my tummy. I feel a little bit lightheaded sometimes, and I even feel like my heart kind of skips a beat a little bit when I'm super hungry. And what I hear, the narrative in my head, oh my God, I'm starving, I need to eat, right? There's no, oh my gosh, I need to eat, I don't know what to eat. It's just like, oh my God, I'm starving. That's the narrative in my head, right? That's the voice. And so I think so often when it comes to emotional eating, on the other hand, is totally and completely different. So for me, again, I want you to really hone in and really get clear and be honest. I guess that's the piece, is really be honest about what your relationship to food and your body is really truly like. And is it emotionally eating that's driving your eating and behavior? So I want you to think about, what does emotional eating feel like in your body? Like, do you feel the physical hunger pangs, or is it a whole lot of narrative and that negative self-talk in your head, right? I should have this, I shouldn't have that, the guilt, the shame. I know for me, it's quite yappy, right? It's like, wow, I know when it's emotional hunger because it is so incredibly clear. I don't feel a whole lot physically. It's all the narrative and that negative self-talk in my mind. So I think it's really clear, when we have to go pee, we just have to pee. We don't say, oh gosh, which bathroom should I use? Which way should I use the toilet paper? It's like, I gotta pee. I go. Physical sensation, physical hunger, same thing. excuse me. So I think that I want you and I invite you to really be open about what physical hunger feels like in your body, in your mind, and what that ego, kind of what that connection is. And I want you to really get connected to what and where that emotional hunger comes into. So many women struggle with late night eating after the kids go down, eating and kind of as a reward, or just numbing out because it was a crazy day and a stressful day. And that is not physical hunger. And when we learn and when we get to really get connected to eating for health, hunger, and pleasure, then we get to eat when we're physically full. We get to be really mindful of where the emotional pieces and connections are to our body, and choose to eat for health, hunger, and pleasure. And so that's the gift that I want to give to you. That's where I want to coach you, and that's the struggle that I want to end with you. So 2 things to take away, and I'm inviting you to message me back, please, please, please. How is slowing down and being present impacting your days? And if you need to, set some timers. I still have timers set throughout the day in the times that I know that I can actually end up going on autopilot and I'm not as clear and focused and connected. So I end up using timers. I'm inviting you to do the same. And then the other piece is I want you to really, really get connected to what that physical and the emotional hunger feels like for you in your body, and how that feels in your mind, and with the narrative, and where the guilt, the shame, and the shoulds and the shouldn'ts all come in. So thank you so much. This is day 1, and I look forward to hearing from you, and watch for day 2. Bye guys.